Hello world, this is Nick Jackson and Sacagawea.
We're my little birds. My little birds. These are Nick's favorite.
So for this One Word Wednesday, we are going to pick a certain card out of this pack, and we're going to answer what the card means to us. Woo! All right, I'm going in.
So excited.
I'm going in. All right, the card that I picked, generosity. What does generosity mean to me? So the definition is the quality of being kind and generous. I know for me, just the quality of being kind and generous. I'm actually going to go for the antithesis. Sometimes when I serve, it's not because I'm generous. It's because I believe that other people aren't going to do the job. So like there's a need out there and I have to fill it. And really that's not out of kindness. That's out of frustration and that's out of anger. That's out of a brokenheartedness towards a system that's supposed to work that isn't working. And so I recognize that sometimes when I'm giving, it's not because I'm being kind or even because I'm being generous, but because I'm trying to fill a gap that's a God-sized hole, and I'm constantly not fulfilling that thing. So when I think about generosity, I think about giving out of the kindness, out of the love, out of the overflow, and out of the goodness, not because the system doesn't work, but because we have an opportunity to love others. That's generosity.
So when I think of generosity, I think that we are the system. So like a lot of the times we're like, well, it's up to the system to fix this, or it's up to the political leaders to fix this, or it's up to X, Y, or Z to step in the gap. And like, what if we are that system? Like, what if we are those people, instead of waiting around and waiting for somebody else to come into Susan's life and encourage Susan with a word? What if we decide to be that person? Or what if we walk into a school, or we're working at a school system, and we're like, oh, it's their teacher's job to build into them, or it's their person's job to help them with tutoring, or it's this person's job to help them with counseling. Like, what if we decide to step in the gap because we're a part of that system too? Right. And so when I think of generosity, I think of being the person that's willing to step in the gap for the one. And I've talked to you about this a lot, like trying to live my life in the sense of not trying to please 10 million people or a million people, but every single day trying to find the one person. Like the one person who needs a sister during that day, the one person who needs a brother during that day, the one person who needs somebody to just step in the gap and be present. And so even if that's at a coffee shop and talking to your barista, or even if that's at school and standing up for the person that's getting bullied, like it's not that we're trying to impress, but it's that we're trying to step in the gap because the one is worth it.
Right. And I got to tell you, I've been that one before. So for everybody in my life that's been generous, for me or for her, or for anybody in your class or in your world, in your family right now, we thank you.
Yeah. Go find your one.
Peace.